You have never seen yourself. Never. Not once. You've seen your reflection. You've seen photographs. You've heard descriptions. But you, the one looking, thinking, feeling right now, you have never seen this one. I am Gurdjieff. Today I give you the most difficult practice in all the work. Difficult not because it requires effort, but because it requires no effort at all, only honesty. And humans would rather die than be honest about themselves. In Tibet, I met a man who hadn't spoken for 20 years. Not from vow of silence, he told me. I stopped speaking when I started observing. What I saw made words impossible. Today you begin to see what he saw. Stand up. Go to mirror. Stand before it. Look at this creature in the mirror. This is what others see. But where are you? The one looking. Where is this one in the mirror? See the face. Perhaps tired, perhaps anxious, perhaps trying to look spiritual. This is mask number one. Behind it, another mask. Behind that, another. Thousands of masks. And behind all masks, what? Stay at mirror. Now do something revolutionary. Stop trying to look good. Stop trying to look anything. Let the face go dead, completely neutral. No expression. This is closer to your real face, the face before personality, before trying, before pretending. Disturbing, isn't it? To see yourself without the animation of personality. Now, maintaining this neutral face, internally observe. What is thinking? Don't answer. Just watch. Thoughts appear, thoughts disappear. But what watches thoughts? Turn from mirror. Sit down. Now begins real self-observation, not self-analysis, not self-judgment, not self-improvement, just seeing, like scientists watching an experiment, but the experiment is you. First rule, you observe, you don't change. See anger, don't stop it. See fear, don't fight it. See stupidity, don't correct it, just see. The moment you try to change what you observe, you stop observing and start dreaming. Put your hand on your chest. Feel heartbeat. This heart beats without your permission. Now observe. The heart is beating. Not my heart, the heart. You are not this heart. You are what observes this heart. Now observe breathing, but don't say, I am breathing. That's lie. You don't breathe. Breathing happens. Say internally, breathing is happening. Now the difficult part. Observe your emotions. What is felt right now? Boredom, curiosity, resistance. Don't say, I am bored. Say boredom is present. You are not the boredom. You are the observer of boredom. This split between you and what you observe, this is beginning of real work. For first time, you separate from the machine. You see it's not you. It's something you have, not something you are. Now I teach you the walking observer exercise. Stand up. Begin walking slowly around room, but internally, split yourself. One part walks, other part watches the walking, like watching stranger walking. Observe, body is walking, left foot, right foot, arms swinging, head slightly forward. Describe to yourself what you see, as if describing animal in zoo. Now add emotional observation. What emotions accompany this walking? Impatience, self-consciousness? Notice, but don't judge. Just note, impatience is present or self-consciousness is active. Stop walking, stand still. Now observe the thoughts about what you just did. Watch them like clouds passing. Thought about looking stupid, passing. Thought about doing it wrong, passing. Thought about enlightenment, passing. Sit down. You want to know what destroys most students? They observe for 2 minutes, then spend 2 hours thinking about what they observed. This is not observation. This is masturbation. Real observation is simple. You see anger, you note anger. You don't analyze why angry, where anger came from, whether anger is justified. Just anger, like writing in scientific notebook. Here's a secret that cost me 10 years to learn. The moment you judge what you observe, you stop observing truth and start observing your judgment. You see what you want to see or fear to see, not what is. Try now, close eyes, observe the inner darkness, but also observe the one who looks at darkness. Can you see both simultaneously? The darkness and the watcher of darkness? This double attention, seeing the seen and the seer, this builds what I call third eye. Not mystical nonsense, real organ of perception, but it must be built through practice like muscle. Open eyes. Now I give you the ruthless practice, the one that breaks all self-lies. For next hour, carry small notebook. Every time you catch yourself in lie, write one word, lie. Not the lie itself, just lie. Told someone nice to see you when it wasn't? Lieutenant. Smiled when angry? Lieutenant. Said, I'm fine when not fine? Lieutenant. Pretended interest when bored? Lieutenant. One student did this for one day, 57 lies before lunch. He came to me shaking. I'm nothing but lies. I said, good. Now you begin to see. Most humans die without seeing this. But here's what changes everything. When you observe without judgment, something extraordinary happens. The observed changes without your effort. Anger observed purely, without judgment, cannot sustain itself. Fear seen clearly, without resistance, dissolves. Lies exposed to consciousness, wither like vampires in sunlight. This is the secret of transformation. You don't change what you see. You just see it so clearly, so honestly, that it changes itself. My student Ouspensky asked, how long must I observe myself? I answered, until you die. and then observe the one who dies. But practical instruction for tomorrow: 5 times during day, stop everything for 60 seconds. Observe 3 things. What is body doing? What is feeling? What is thinking? Write 3 words in notebook. That's all. No analysis, no judgment, just 3 words. Sitting, anxious, planning, or walking angry, remembering. After 1 week of this, you will make terrible discovery. You are always the same thoughts circling, same emotions repeating, same body positions, like broken record, playing same 3 notes forever. This is why humans can be predicted so easily. They're not alive. They're patterns, mechanical patterns, repeating until death. But you who observe, you are not the pattern. You are the one who can see the pattern, and what can be seen can be changed, not by fighting it, by seeing it so clearly, it becomes impossible to continue. Stand once more. Final exercise. Raise right arm, but observe the entire process. First, the intention arising, then the command to muscle, then the movement, then the position. 4 distinct stages. See all 4. Lower arm. Again, observe all stages. This is taste of conscious movement. When observation accompanies every action becomes sacred, becomes work. Remember, the observer is never what is observed. You are not your thoughts. You observe thoughts. Not your feelings. You observe feelings. Not your body. You observe body. Then what are you? This question has no answer, only deeper and deeper observation, until one day the observer observes itself observing, and in that moment, everything changes. Tomorrow, day 6, you learn to find your chief feature, the primary mechanical weakness that rules your entire life. But today, just observe, without judgment, without trying to change or improve. See yourself as you are, not as you imagine yourself to be. This is beginning of all real work. The work continues. Listen to my voice. Don't just hear. Eat these sounds. Let them enter not just ears but entire body. Feel sound becoming substance inside you. This is secret of certain monks who glow with inner light. They know how to eat light, how to digest music, how to transform every impression into food for higher bodies. But here's what changes everything. These 3 foods follow octave, law of 7. First food enters at DO, air enters at SOL, impressions enter at higher DO. 3 octaves running simultaneously in your body. When you eat mechanically, first octave stops at MI, cannot pass to FA, needs shock. Conscious breathing provides this shock, pushes food octave forward. When you breathe mechanically, second octave also stops, needs shock. Conscious impressions provide this shock. When you receive impressions mechanically, nothing happens. They don't transform at all. Lost. This is why you're starving. Here's the practice that changes everything. Tomorrow, 3 times, eat one meal with full consciousness. Small meal. Takes 30 minutes to eat what usually takes 5. First 10 minutes, conscious eating. Count every chew. Taste completely. Feel transformation. Second 10 minutes, conscious breathing while eating. 7-7-7-7 rhythm. Feel air mixing with food. Third 10 minutes, conscious impressions while eating. See colors of food. Hear sounds of eating. Smell deeply. Full sensory consciousness. Do this, and one small meal will nourish you more than feast eaten mechanically. But I warn you, this knowledge is dangerous. Once you understand you've been starving your whole life, that you've been wasting finest foods, you cannot return to mechanical eating, cannot return to mechanical breathing, cannot return to mechanical life. My student Bennett once asked, "Why do some students develop so quickly and others remain same?" I told him, "Show me how someone eats, and I'll show you their level of being. Pig eats like pig, human can eat like human, but human can also eat like angel." You want to know real secret? The secret behind secret? Conscious eating creates substance called Si12. This substance is sexual energy, creative energy, energy of transformation. Most people waste it immediately, but if you know how to accumulate it, it becomes food for higher body, body that survives death. This is why all real traditions have fasting, not to punish body, to force consciousness to find other foods, to learn to eat air, to feast on impressions, to discover that physical food is crudest, least important nutrition. Here is advanced exercise. Tonight before sleep, lie in darkness, complete darkness, no food, no air movement, minimal impressions. Feel the hunger of all 3 centers. Then, consciously feed only one. Take deep conscious breath. Feed only emotional center, or turn on light for moment. Feed only intellectual center with impression of light. Feel how each food affects different part of you. This is beginning of understanding your chemical factory. 3 foods, 3 transformations, 3 results. Master this, and you master the creation of your soul. Remember my words. Everything in universe is material, including consciousness. But consciousness is finest material, must be created from coarser materials through work. Man believes he has soul automatically. Fairy tale, soul must be created. From what? From these 3 foods, transformed consciously. No conscious eating, no soul. Simple as that. Tomorrow, day 5, you learn self-observation without judgment, how to see yourself without lying. But today, feed yourself consciously. 3 foods, 3 centers, 1 aim, to create what nature did not give you automatically. One last thing. When you eat consciously tomorrow, remember, you're not feeding your body. Body gets its share anyway. You're feeding something else, something growing inside you, something that needs much finer food than bread and meat. Feed it well. It's your only chance for immortality. The work continues.